Well, I'm out checking my beaver sets today down here by this river. You can see it's up, it's way up. It's probably up 8 or 10 feet from what it normally is or what it should be. But I've got this slough going right behind me, and I knew the beavers like to come up in there when the river was high to get out of the current, and they just like to stay up in there when the river's this high. So I put in 2 caster mounds here on this bank, and it looks like one of them connected. I used my new drowners I made here. Right here, there's the beaver. I had to dispatch him. He didn't drown because the water went down probably like 2 feet last night. So it just went down. The water wasn't deep enough to drown him because he's caught by the back foot in that Duke 650. But it looks like a decent beaver, not a giant, but I'll pull him up and see what he looks like. Yeah, I mean, that's an adult beaver by all means. I bought these Duke 650s for beaver, and he's just caught good right by the back foot. And that's probably why he wasn't drowned, because he's caught by the back foot so he could get up to get air. Yeah, these, looks like my welds and everything held up good on this drowner, though. That's a good sign. Yeah, that's a decent sized beaver. I'd guess maybe 35, 40 pounds, somewhere in there. But yeah, here's this river, and it's just big. And then here's this slough that goes way back up in there a few hundred yards. It's iced up right in here. I can see bubbles under the ice. I knew there's beaver activity here. So I put in a caster mound about 10 yards down that way and a caster mound right here. So I'll get it remade and show you how it looks. I just got this set remade. You can see that's my caster mound. All it is just some mud piled up on the bank. And there's my Duke 650 under about 1 inch of water right in front of it. I'm gonna put a little bit of this mud shovel caster lure on there. That seems to be working pretty well. There's my beaver. It's a pretty nice one. Not huge, but I'll take it. I'm gonna move my other set down there. I'm gonna move it out towards the flowing water in case there's one just cruising by. But I think this one will take more beavers because you can see all them bubbles under the ice. I think that that means there's beavers moving in and out. It's not quite as deep as I would want to. It's probably only 2 feet out, 2 feet deep down there by the bottom of the drowner. So if I catch them by the back foot again, they probably won't drown, which is not ideal. But hopefully I get them by the front foot, and it'll be okay either way. Like, that one was caught well, and he wasn't going anywhere, so that's good. First catching these beaver drowners. Hopefully we can get a bunch more. I'm gonna maybe set some more today. I'm gonna see if I can get another spot to trap here today. I got this other set made right out here by the main channel of the river. Hopefully any beaver cruising up and down will stop to check this out. I like how this drowner is way more, because the bottom of this drowner is in 5 or 6 feet of water, so they're definitely going to be drowned. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the pan of my 650 right there. I put it a little bit deeper because this water's dropping, and I don't want it to be out of the water. So hopefully there'll be one here tomorrow. Well, I'm losing light here, checking my beaver traps. I had those 2 beaver sets that I showed you yesterday where I caught that 1 beaver, and then I got permission to trap down the road here on the neighbor by this big field, and I can get to this river down here. So I set 6 sets down here, and I had 1 sprung off down there. I've checked 3. This is the 4th one, and I come here and there's a nice beaver. He's still flopping a little bit. I had to dispatch him because I think he pulled the bottom of the drowner stake out of the mud before he drowned. But I got him in the front foot by a Bridger No. 2 dogless. Held him good, so that's dandy. Just a caster mound set right there. I'm gonna reset it and get down the line because I'm losing light fast here. Looks like a good sized beaver. Yeah, it's a pretty nice big beaver. I'm not sure, I haven't pulled it up yet, but we'll see. So hopefully I got another one down there. Well, I got back in the garage here and I weighed this beaver and got him dried off a little bit. He's still pretty wet, but got him dried off a little better. It's a pretty good sized beaver. I weighed him, he was 42 pounds. That's a decent sized one. And what I wanted to show you here is look at that tail. It's got chunks missing, it's got dings, it's got scars everywhere. That's a fighting beaver there. Must be a bunch of other ones, or other ones. I think that's where other ones have been biting him. But That's pretty cool. They look old. They're all healed over, but I guess that means there's a bunch more beavers there to catch, so I'll stay after them. Well, it's the third check on my spring beaver trapping. Just the third day. The last 2 days I got a beaver, but today it looks like the river went up like 3 or 4 feet, so all my sets are underwater, and it doesn't look like I caught anything. Like, you can see that river, that river's up a ways, and I have a set right down underneath there. I think if there was something in it, I would be able to see it, but I'm redoing some of my sets, but that one's right in the current, so I think I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow when I can redo it. But got a couple sets left. We'll see. Maybe something got caught before the water went up, but I kind of doubt it. I think I'm gonna wait till the water goes down. Hopefully, it should be down by tomorrow. Usually it's down in a day. Doesn't take too long. But yeah, I'll redo my sets then. Well, I'm coming down here to check my beaver sets today. Oh, looks like there's some grass in front of my camera. Better get that. Yeah, I only redid one set yesterday because yesterday I showed you the water came up real high. All my sets were underwater, and most of them I couldn't find. But this one I found. It was right down there. I think I showed you. I caught a beaver in this a couple days ago. I think it was Sunday or Monday, the last day of season. I caught a decent sized beaver in here, and it was still alive, and then it didn't have any action, and I moved it up here yesterday, and you can see how much the water went down just overnight. Like, it probably went down a good 3 feet back to where it was. But I come here today and I look, and my trap's gone. The water used to come right up here, and I had this caster mound right here, but I had this set on my rebar drowners, and looks like my drowners finally did what they were supposed to. And this is a pretty small beaver, but I'll take it. A beaver is a beaver, and any beaver I can catch is a good one. So I'll get this set remade down here, probably in the edge of the water right there. This is just, I'll show you when I get the set remade, but I have this slough going up in here, and I know the beavers go up in this slough to get out of the main current, because this river's just so high right now. It's roaring. These beavers, they just can't be in that, so they'll go up into those little sloughs, and I have it right here at the opening of the slough, a caster mound, so any beaver coming by is going to come check out this caster mound. Any beaver trying to go up in or out of that slough. And that's the second beaver I've taken out of this trap. This one, the drowner worked the way it was supposed to, so it was down there at the bottom, and I didn't have to deal with him when he was alive. But looks like I got a nice back foot catch in that Duke 650, and I'll get this set remade and show you what it looks like. Well, I got this set remade. Got that caster mound right there, drowner right there, Duke 650 right underneath the water there, a little bit of caster lure on there, and I just want to show you this slough. You can see there's bubbles underneath the ice, so I know there's muskrats and beavers still using this slough, and hopefully we'll get another. I'm kind of in a rush here because it's getting dark, and I've got quite a few sets to remake. There's my little beaver, and yeah, great catch, great spot. Hopefully we'll get some more. Well, I'm here at my last set. I didn't catch anything today. Yesterday I just caught that little beaver, and that was all, but most of my sets needed redone, so I redid them all today. And here's the last mound. The last one is just a caster mound right there. Got the pile of mud. You can see that lure on top of there, Duke 650, bedded just underneath the water. I think it'll get one. Hopefully. This river's still really high. I wish it would go down, but I'm just doing what I can until it does. Well, I'm checking beaver sets today with Bo. He came to check some traps with me today. And we're at the first one, and right here's where my trap is. You can see this is where the water was up here yesterday. And that water, you can see, went down probably a good 5 or 6 feet in one day. That's what makes trapping in this river pretty hard, because that water fluctuates so much. And I'm not sure. I think I'm going to move the set over there, so we'll film when we get over there making the set. So So I just showed you that set over there, and the water went way down here. So I'm going to move it out onto this point so anything traveling up and down the current or in the slough here can hopefully smell it and come and investigate it. What I do to make a caster mount is I just chop out a little section of bank right on the edge of the water, and I'll take that mud and plop it up here. Because that's what, if you see a natural caster mount from the Beaver, that's what it'll look like right there. Then I'll make sure I have a spot to put my trap under the water. It can be a little difficult because the ground's pretty frozen sometimes. Got it just like that. Then I'll take, here's my drowner. That's my lock, so when the Beaver slides down into the water, you can't come back up. I'll try to find a spot to stick this into the mud. Slide that as far down into the mud as I can. Then I'll put my stake in the top end so you can't pull it out. You can come a little closer and show putting the trap in on. Here's my caster lure I'm going to put on it when I'm done. Now I don't have my waders today, so I'm trying not to get wet. Oh boy, that's a quick drop off right there. But I'm going to try to set this big old trap. Then I'll put it right in here just below the water level. Sometimes I'll put like some sticks or grass beside the trap for guiding so he knows to come right up where that trap is. And some people will worry about this rebar sticking out of the ground, but I don't worry about it. The beavers seem to be pretty stupid and they don't care about stuff like that. They'll just come up and try to mark that. I'll take a little stick. Put my caster on the backing right here on the top of the mound. So he'll smell that if he's swimming down here and swim up there, put his foot in the trap, slide down the drowner, and he'll be floating there tomorrow, hopefully. Towards the river. Me and Bo are going in to check this set. I put in a few new caster mounts yesterday on a new spot, and the river went down a lot, so we haven't caught anything yet. We've had to remake them all, but I'm hoping we'll get one on this one, huh, Bo? That'd be pretty cool. Well, looks like there's nothing in it, and you can see that trap is way above the water now, but we'll reset it down by the water, and I've got a couple sets up here in this beaver pond that I put in yesterday too, so hopefully we got one in one of them. Well, I just got back. We didn't end up catching anything. I think the water probably went down even before the beavers could get into them, but I redid all my sets, so hopefully I'll have better luck tomorrow. This is end of the week. This will be the end of the video you're watching, and I think I'm going to start doing weekly videos so then I can get a little longer video for my spring beaver trapping. I'm up to a total of 9. This week I got 3, which that's a pretty good week, especially with the river being so high. I honestly didn't think I was going to trap beaver at all this week, but I just used those caster mounds primarily, and I just gave it, and I ended up with 3 beaver this week. Puts my total to 9. I can get 11 more, so you should be seeing quite a bit more video. Yeah, Yeah, I think I could do some shorter videos, like maybe some shorts or some set videos. If you want to see those, you can just put it in the comments, and I'll show you how I make some of my sets. I try not to do too many of the remakes because it just starts getting repetitive, but yeah, I'll keep after them, and hopefully you'll see some more beaver.